Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can probably tell by the title, yes, I'm starting a new mini-series called Phantom Force's Gun Science. So what I'm going to be doing throughout the series is looking at every single weapon, of course, in their each individual video, and talking about how certain aspects of certain things on certain guns affect their gameplay, and how their gameplay affects how you're able to get used to certain things. So first gun I want to talk about is, of course, the AK12. If you were to ever go into advanced and you don't know what any of these means, that's okay. To start off, in terms of weapon ballistics, these are really the only things you need to be looking at. Everything else is just like minimal. It doesn't really affect it. Suppression is for when a bullet passes by you and you hear a sound. Like, say, if there's snipers and it's shooting at you, you'll hear a loud like like that because the bullet's passing by you really quickly. Penetration depth is for walls. So for wall banging people, one step penetration is the equivalent of, on warehouse, just one wooden wall. That's the equivalent of one stud penetration. Other weapons can have up to 20 studs penetration with the conversion, where you could basically shoot through an entire map of walls. Muzzle velocity. So this corresponds to how far a bullet will be able to go before it starts dropping. So after 2,500 studs, the bullet will have dropped all of its damage and it will have gone lower damage. Torso multiplier and headshot multiplier. So headshot multiplier refers to this number right here, so 33 for example. So 1.4 times 33, you get a certain amount. That means it can 3 shots to the head. It has no torso multiplier, so that means it can 5 shots to the body. So 33 to 20, like this. This also corresponds to muzzle velocity. After 2,500 studs, 33 damage will become 20 damage. So it can 5 shot to the body or torso, which is the this part, the square right here. It can 5 shot to the torso, up to 2,500 studs every single time. Minimum time to kill is only for like scout weapons, like the Chris Vector has like a really small minimum time to kill. And if you add muzzle booster, it goes even smaller. That's for in terms of headshot damage, how close you are to them, and how quick you are to hit them in the head, and how many times. So yeah, so for the AK12, this is just the starter rank 0 weapon that you usually start out with. This is a pretty good starter weapon because you can add on a conversion, 5.56 conversion. What this basically does is after 2,650, it goes down to 19 damage, which is not too bad. And your headshot multiplier is what it really counts for. It's a 3-shot hit to the head guaranteed, regardless of this 1.4 times headshot multiplier. So this 34 damage is really prime right here. Also at about between 45 to 100 studs, that's where this 34 damage, when you shoot 3 bullets from the burst mode, has 3 lines right here, that's where it'll really be able to be in its prime. Below 45 studs, it also works too. So from 0 to 100 studs, you get 3-shot headshot damage. So you can one burst somebody. Other things to note is there are, like, for example, super armor piercing. There's armor piercing right here. 1.5 stud penetration depth, which also damages your damage range though. And somewhat increases it too. And then there's super armor piercing, which damages it further, but you get 3 stud penetration, which means you can go through most walls. And you get a pretty bigger range from that. Yeah, so there's also walk speed right here and miscellaneous and weapon handling, accuracy, sight accuracy, hip accuracy. Hip accuracy you don't really need to care about. Sight accuracy you can care about if you want to for sights and such. The thing I usually like to run with this setup here is it's actually this setup right here. Reflex Sight to help me because I'm more or less used to reflex sights like mini sight, delta sight, reflex sight, coyote sight, OKP7, that sort of thing. Bars barrel for the recoil reduction. It reduces recoil significantly. Skeleton grip to aim down sights faster. Tri laser because any laser is fine. You could do any one of these, it's fine. I just do tri laser because that's got 3 lasers. And then 5.56 of course for that minimum damage to go down and then headshot damage to go up. Headshot multiplier is increased by bars barrel, therefore really quick time to kill somebody. So yeah, that's the AK12.